caught up. Already off to a bad start. Hang on. Jesus. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Hello, whoever we have so far. Hello, Mark. Hello, Billy. So some of you guys know I had COVID last week, and I'm okay now, but I still have some residual symptoms that I'm burning off. So I'm still a little phlegmy, which makes me clear my throat a lot and cough a bit. And right before I went live, I ate a cookie, and a crumb went down the wrong pipe. Worst possible timing for that to happen. So I'm still kind of gagging on that a little bit. There we go. Let's shine some light on this situation. How are we doing though, guys? Ow. Anyway. Okay. Jesus. Alright, let's start drawing. I have a fairly clear idea. I'm actually going to draw 3 characters here today. This is inspired by somebody I saw on the train a few weeks ago. She wasn't necessarily going to a club specifically, but she was dressed up. Probably for work, but like dressed pretty, kind of, you know, dressed up a bit. But then there was something else going on with her, which was very interesting. And then I decided I'm gonna do like, I'm gonna make it like this is inspiring me. So. But I won't tell you what that difference is just yet. I'll let you discover that. Brad. Is this Brad from the school? Didn't you have a different name? Weren't you Bad Brad before? Or was I misreading it before? 113? Yeah. I get the numbers mixed up all the time. I get the names. I remember the names. I get compliments on how well I remember the names, but the number, not always. Some of them stick out, but is there a story behind that? Why'd you change that? Did you just not feel bad anymore? Hello, JC. All right. Fair enough. Well, how you doing, Brad? Decide exactly what I want to do with this post. I had a reference, but I'm not really following the reference that closely. Oh yeah? And you haven't even had all your classes yet, because Adobe Animate doesn't happen until next week. I had to book tomorrow afternoon off. I think that's why that didn't happen this week. Tomorrow I'm going to see Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Joan Jett, and Poison at BC Place, which both me and the friend I'm going with, we both could have sworn it said 7 p.m. But apparently it starts at 4, which is stupid early for a concert. So at the last minute, we both had to scramble to make sure that we had the afternoons off so we could actually make it there in time. Yeah. Sorry for all the throat clearing, guys. But yeah, should be fun. Hopefully it'll be fun. Kind of half expecting to find out it doesn't actually start till 7 though. It's just like doors open at 4 or something, but wow, Jesus. Okay. I felt that throat clear felt good. I think I might dislodged whatever the hell was still stuck in there. Maybe I'm already wrong though. I don't know. I believe me, I have. I was drank an entire mason jar of water right before I went live. What has made your first week back so crazy, Rad? Is it just the number of classes, or is there classes in particular that are freaking you guys out? Okay. Yeah, I get that. That can be intimidating. Here's a weird science question for you guys. When you get something stuck in your throat and you're coughing from it, is it normal to make for that to make your nose runny? Because my nose has not really been too stuffy through most of this, like a tiny bit, but not much. And then I just had this gagging fit from from that like demon cookie, and then immediately had to blow my nose. Jesus. Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be normal. That was my thought exactly. By the way, I thought for the club theme tonight, instead of rock, which is probably what I most commonly put on, I put pop. I almost put dance, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I think that would just annoy me too much. You're doing film, right, Brad? I couldn't remember from when I asked in class the other day, but I remember asking a few of you guys during animation not so long ago. Alright, we got our poses here. I think I made this girl in the middle a little too big. Like, obviously she's intended to be a heavier set girl, but I feel like just like general proportion perspective wise, maybe a bit too big. Too tall, the whole 9 yards. A little bit smaller. So you're about 2.5 weeks finished VFS, JC. How's that feel? To be fair, it's only been a couple weeks. Oh shit, yeah, we're up to 17. I didn't actually notice that. Mark, did you share? Am I right? Did some sharing happen? Or is this entirely organic? I'm assuming you did. Well, thank you. So you might be thinking these don't look too freaky yet, but there's an element. Freaky, honestly, is not the best word for my plan here. I just didn't know what else to call it. But they will be freakier than they appear right now. I promise. Whoa. There are people from Term 1. Welcome, Term 1s. Oh, wait, I missed some stuff. James, the cello guy. Hello, James. FD116, holy shit. And we have Alicia Cartoonist, hello. Hi, guys. Did I miss anybody? I looked away for like a minute, I swear, and I came back, and there were so many people talking in the chat. And I'm assuming Alicia as well is from term 1 probably as well. And I'm gonna tell you a hunch, Alicia, that you're interested in animation. But James, I'm guessing you're into cello. Okay, I'm leaving the faces out for the moment. Hey Brandon. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, you teach cello, huh? Is Emer back? If she's not back yet, she's coming back soon, JC. I just don't know exactly when. But I remember it coming up at some point, not that long ago, that she was coming back soon. How are you doing, Brandon? Nice. Cool, cool. Do you already have a story in mind and stuff, or are you just thinking, just know you want to do a comic? Oh yeah, for sure. Any part of it that you need help with, I will be happy to help with, Brandon. One thing I will say with printing, though, if you want to get it actually printed as a book, I, I've never done it for just a single issue. I've only ever gotten like batches printed because I'm gonna like sell them at cons and stuff. So a single issue, you might end up being kind of pricey, but it also might not be that bad. But I'll have some places I can suggest that you can inquire with, for sure. And actually, as I'm saying it, I think I know a place that I would maybe suggest. Probably not going to be the cheapest, but might not completely break the bank either. Oh wow, so I don't work on my own? Is that what you're saying, JC? I'm nothing without Kelsey? Fix this foot because it's way too small compared to the other one, which if anything is probably too big, but it's a cartoon, so fuck it. With you, I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. Wow. I mean, you took it back, but still. You don't ever want to set me free. You know I'm addicted to you. And it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil for you. I think you're probably going to find it more cost-effective to print. You can do multiple copies if you want, but I would do them at the same quality probably, unless the cheap ones were going to be like home printed and you staple them together yourself or something. But I see what you're doing there, Parker, and stop it. Alright, so here's where the kind of freaky part comes. This is what I saw on the train a couple weeks ago that inspired this whole idea. So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I delusional? Who's the new drawing teacher, by the way? I forgot Sean was dead. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I feel diluted. My heart's been wounded. I read that as gorilla at first. Okay. Not a big club guy myself, Parker. I'll get dragged out every once in a while for someone's birthday or something, but it's not really my thing. You don't ever want to give me wings. You don't ever want to set me free. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head. I would have if I wasn't, if I didn't have COVID when you graduated. I blame you, honestly. I think it was your fault for graduating when you did. Hey, Louisa. Was that? I think I asked you this before. JC, but I don't remember. Was that at the school, the karaoke night? So they used to do that. Fuck. Did we just hear this song? My break bread? Yeah. Oh, so did I. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration, and if I make a mistake, I started feeling a little weird in week 8, but I was testing negative, and I thought it might be allergies because it was kind of just my throat, and that's an allergy thing. And then on the Friday, I was like, allergies shouldn't still be feeling like this. So I took another test, and then sure enough. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Thoughts of poison, they ride. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the thanks for the follow, Jason. Yeah, and how are you doing now, Brad? Because I'm more or less back to normal, but I feel like my energy still isn't quite where it should be. Because it'll feel like almost back to normal 1 minute, and then it'll like a freight train will just hit me, and I'll be like, nope, not quite there yet. And I still have this like chest congestion, but I have a tendency for that to like linger a while anyway whenever I get sick. Alright. Yeah, I think it's like we don't have COVID anymore, but our body's still recovering from it, I guess. Alright, we're gonna ink because that wasn't already obvious. I swear we're hearing covers of the same song by the same person. Thanks, Brandon. So yeah, so there was this woman on the train that like I think was dressed up for like looked like for a business meeting maybe, like she was not necessarily going for a club, but dressed up. But then had this like full-on like World War II looking gas mask on. And it was a very like weird combination. And I was like, I gotta draw something like that. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. I know that things seem bad, but they could be much worse. There's always someone else who has Stop it, JC. A greater thirst, a hunger, pain, and mercy. Just find whatever you got and try to be thankful first. I wanna feel again. It can be a struggle, Parker. It's doesn't mean it won't happen though. Is this an argument or just the start of it?
Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing
There's a little bit of right place, right time.
Or just the start of it. I wanna drive away so I can be
and
so
patience.
I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises. Or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly, I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, you can be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight. Gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezed.
Okay.
Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate.
Glad to hear you're immediately keeping up the writing. I think sometimes some of the writing grads will struggle with that a little bit when they first finish.
Rock in a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah, that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait, no, it's living with no shame. Wait, no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well, I just want to be happy. How to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. All I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.
Ouch. Wasting my time doing shading on her outfit. Debating making her outfit solid black, and I'm also debating not. What do you guys think? Black outfit for this middle girl, or should I leave it open for color? I will likely color this one, but obviously if I make the outfit black, that's already kind of settled. Solid black? Alright. Then so it shall be. I don't know, Mark. I don't think you answered fast enough. Hey, Chantel. Yeah, but it's kind of... I like the look of using the heavy black one I'm making. That way... Because it's going to be just black and white for a little while, right? Have a good one, Brad. See you next week. I think I'm going to stick with the all black, guys. Starting to have a bit of a vision here. There will be highlights, though. There'll be room to apply some color. You have. It's been a while, Chantel. How are you doing? Life and medical shit. Twitch did censor that for me again, but I put it together. Just figure out why it does that, but whatever. Oh, nice! Well, congratulations, Brandon. That was very cool. What was the nature of the scholarship? Like, did you have to do a like submit like a certain thing, or is it based on your grades from foundation so far? Or? So kidney stones, Shandot. Most of what I know about kidney stones comes from Seinfeld, and it does not sound good. Okay, cool. Well, congrats. I know I already said it, but I'm saying it again. Oh yeah, you planning on coming, pulling the trigger next year, Louisa? Okay. You had a 20-minute phone call talking about Brandon, Mark? Were you the reference that made it all happen? Or were you trying to stop the scholarship? Should we be championing you or being pissed off at you? Mark can make or break people in this town. Actually, wait. Shoe should probably also be black. Anybody ever see or hear of the movie Dreamscape? I guess I could see them dancing to that. I had never watched it, but I had never seen it before, but I watched it earlier today. Like me and Brad were saying, low on energy still from the COVID, so I had today off essentially, but I had to take a break. And I've been curious to see that for a long time, and it wasn't bad. It was a little slow. It wasn't bad. Pretty cool idea. What I thought was interesting though. So they figure out a way to enter into people's dreams, right? And one person who's able to do this is essentially hired to be an assassin to kill people inside their dreams, which will kill them in real life. And when you see this guy do it, one of the things he does at one point, he extends his fingernails out, all 5 of them, to be like claws, and then rips somebody's heart out. And this movie came out the exact same year as the first Nightmare on Elm Street, which I thought was really interesting. Like, obviously a coincidence, but some very similar themes and even some similar imagery. And I don't think Dreamscape did very well when it came out, and I wonder if it's because Nightmare on Elm Street beat him to the punch. But not bad. Ultimately a very different movie from Elm Street, but he doesn't do the claw thing all the way through the movie. He only does it the one time, but still. Also came out the same year as Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And if you see the movie poster for Dreamscape, it looks very Indiana Jones-like. And it even has Kate Capshaw, who was also in Temple of Doom. Alright. Yeah, her done other than the spot blacks, which will come. If it wasn't for COVID, I'd be working on some stuff for those bits. Maybe as early as this weekend, but give it time. You had to buy the emote? Did you already have access to that? But you oh, no, otherwise, okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Billy. Oh, thanks for the follow, Alicia. I missed that earlier. Are you still with us, Alicia? Okay. Well, I'm glad I accidentally set it up like that then. Alright, fine. Well, I'll remember this when she's in term 3. That's a joke in case she actually is listening. Don't just like know me well enough to know that I'm joking. But I promise I am. It's a risk for sure.
Change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But
You're,
all will be okay.
don't you mean visible minority?
The past is
Isn't that
where
the
it
trick?
stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright.
Is that like a magic trick? Is that like an evolutionary thing?
Through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day.
Who's seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Way back a year ago.
I went with Pop, Chantel, since we're doing Club Goers. I don't know if the yes was an answer to the invisibility question or to the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang question. Have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, JC? Understood, Billy. plan next week, by the way. So I already mentioned I can't stream Tuesday next week. I'm gonna do my Thursday night stream, but I'm probably gonna actually ink a page for my comic that day. Just trying to multitask to kind of compensate for not doing anything last week. And there's a possibility I might the week after. I haven't decided yet. I might take a week off from the stream to finish off the comic, because it is seriously driving me nuts that I had to kind of step away from it last week. But I haven't decided yet. If I do take a week off, or I might still stream that week, but it'll be working on, it's gonna depend on where I'm at with everything, but again, maybe even both my streams that following week will be working on the comic. We'll see. You can do that, yes, Parker. Not that you ever need my permission for that, but yes, you can. But if I do end up taking a week off, I'll maybe do some bonus streams when the comic is done. I have some big elaborate ones planned for when the comic is finished. Yeah, having to kind of spend last week on the couch, that was sort of like, as far as finishing things off, like I had intended to do, that was like the equivalent of losing like 2 or 3 weeks. Not a happy camper about it, but I've already complained about that before, so I might, just in the interest of my sanity, decide to prioritize that a little bit, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet, like I said. Now this dude. How are you doing, by the way, Mark? You back up to snuff? I know I asked you on Tuesday, but it sounded like you were getting there, but still not quite there. Oh yeah. So is it kind of the same thing that me and Brad were saying with the COVID then, where it's just like your just energy just isn't quite there yet? Do you still have pain or anything, or? Okay. Stop that, Billy. I don't like that. Literally, literally September 1st. Um, I actually, in some respects, was kind of looking forward to fall. And it is maybe my favorite time of year, in fact. But as I was just complaining about for the umpteenth time with me not being able to get any work done last week, now I'm kind of dreading it because I was like, no, I was supposed to be done before fall. Now it's gonna be fall. Well, that's why. See, that's my what's frustrating. Why I'm as frustrated as I am, Parker, with the comic thing is like I set this goal for myself, and it wasn't an unreasonable goal. But I've just had like a lot of distractions thrown at me over the course of the year, and I was so determined to still hit that goal that once a distraction would happen, I would kind of then do like double time to make up for it. And seemingly against all odds, I managed to get to a point where it looked like I was still going to get it done when I thought I was going to, despite having to put it aside so many times. And the way I was going to do that was because I was going to be starting the last chapter when I had a week off, so I was just going to like fly ahead on it. But then I got COVID and I couldn't work on it for almost that entire time. And I still had to finish the previous chapter, which I also had to stop working on because of COVID. So it was just sort of like I put a lot of effort into trying to hit a certain goal, and I was on the verge of making it, and then it just kind of, the rug was thrown out. So it's like, if it was taking longer just because it was taking longer to do the work, I think it wouldn't bother me nearly as much. But to put in all that effort and have it kind of taken away just by happenstance was like, oh, whatever. It's still a self-imposed deadline, so it's not like it's the end of the world. It's just really frustrating. Jesus Christ, Billy. Billy wants to watch the world burn. Is fall also your favorite time of year, JC? In reference to your earlier comment. What are our least favorite times of year? Our least favorite season? Mine is spring, because spring just sits on a throne of lies. Spring teases nice weather, but it gives you winter temperatures. Fall might be colder, but I know what I'm getting, so I'm ready for it. I'm not going to dignify that with a response, Parker. Are you already working on Halloween, by the way, Parker? Speaking of projects and deadlines and stuff. December? Okay. You prefer winter clothing, then why don't you prefer winter then? I have. I liked it. Did you, Billy? I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the show a lot overall. Okay. Spot black time. I heard before I watched this week's episode that, because obviously a lot of guys are like idiots, right? Like sexist assholes complaining about the shows, calling it too woke or whatever. And before seeing today's episode, I heard that apparently this episode pissed them off again. When I watched it, I kind of loved that it pissed them off because it was basically calling them out a few times. I'm assuming you're being sarcastic, Parker. If a show has a female lead, some asshats are gonna be like, "Oh, woke." I think I'm not entirely sure the people that use it are even 100% sure what it means, to be honest. The positive implication of it is to suggest that, you know, your eyes have been opened, you've woken up, and you kind of understand the injustices to women and people of color and all that stuff. But the negative version of it is people claiming that if you're casting a woman as your lead or a minority as your lead or something, then you're only doing it because you're trying to appease woke culture or whatever. But it's time that more people get representation, obviously. And there's still plenty of white dudes leading movies and TV shows, so calm your shit. They're not taking anything away from you. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Okay, so I don't see why a white cis guy can't enjoy She-Hulk. I'm a white cis guy and I enjoy She-Hulk. But even if I didn't, even if it was meant for a completely different demographic than me, why would that matter? Other people can have shows. I don't like every show that's on TV, and I don't have to like every show that's on TV. But even without the just for though, there is a lot of people that feel that way. Like if the show isn't made for them as a demographic, they feel like they're being slighted for some stupid reason. I think that is because I heard there was controversy over the fact that one of the dwarves is black. I think is what, or at least one of anyway, the complaints about Rings of Power. People suck. Sorry for the coughing again. Hopefully next week that'll be done with. Yeah, I think you're right, Parker. Well, I think a big part of it is because it's the story at least isn't directly based on anything that Tolkien wrote, and fans don't really want to accept anything else, than that. I think that's a big part of it. But it's not really based on, like, I know it's like they're pulling from the Silmarillion and stuff like that, but it'll be interesting to see how Rings of Power does overall, because even if the fans that are freaking out online are pissed off, like, they're probably still like the vocal minority. They're not necessarily what the average person thinks. Yeah. shiny. The early reports, even from the negative, because like there are some, the first couple episodes have been shown to critics already, and some of them have been negative, some of them have been positive, but I think even the negative ones have been pretty complimentary of the visuals. Well put, Billy. I'm surprised you never saw Jurassic World, Parker. I think Jurassic World gets kind of a bad rap. I think it gets a lot of criticism for relying on nostalgia, and it does definitely rely on nostalgia, but it's still like entertaining, you know? And no Jurassic movie has matched the balance of character and theme and philosophy and everything that the first one has. But if it's at least fun, like I look at it as a monster movie, you know. Oh wow. Jurassic Park 2 Lost World isn't a great movie, but it's still Steven Spielberg and has a lot of great Steven Spielberg-y moments. Like the trailer on the cliffside is just like a really good piece of suspense. The raptors following them in the fields and stuff. I agree with that, Billy. I think the most egregious moment in Jurassic Lost World to me is Julianne Moore's character. It's a really good scene in terms of suspense when she realizes that the T-Rex smells the blood on her jacket. But how was she stupid enough to not know that bloody jacket was going to attract predators? Like, even me, with none of the training that she has, as a kid, recognized that that wasn't smart. A little bit too broad, I think. Forgot the shoes. Thank you, Sock Muncher. Also, welcome to the stream. Maybe you've been here the whole time, I don't know. Yeah, I do want to give it another watch because I've only seen it the one time, but I was very let down with Jurassic World 2. And I think 3 has a lot of story problems, and it's way longer than it should be. But there is a lot of fun stuff to be had in it. Thank you, JC. You're trying to rub that into Mark's face that I went with the black? Oh, hey, Pasha. How are you doing? I think that, well, I mean, that is an issue for sure. I think it had a few issues with it, but I need to watch it again before I could do a proper dissection of it. Almost there. No, not really. When I'm doing with the brush, I do sometimes do things I don't intend to. So the trick is to then find a way to make it look like I intended to do it. Although you might have missed earlier, I did sketch it out with a blue pencil first. I don't know how clear that is in contrast next to the black. So I didn't go straight to ink, if that's what you're thinking. I won't let that illusion linger. There we go. All right, I think we're done. I have, Billy. Funny you should ask that though, because I did that on the stream a while ago, but I really like her character and her character design, but I really wasn't that happy with the drawing I did. So I want to do another one. So I might throw her back on the list. But in the meantime, we're done this one, so we're gonna sign this. There we go. Yeah, no, there's pencil underneath there. So I've heard, Billy. And also, sorry, I missed that question earlier. I hadn't noticed. Thanks, Billy. Thanks, JC. Thanks, Mark. So we're done. So no stream next Tuesday. I will be back on Thursday, though, for sure. Right. And maybe I'll see you then. Either way, guys, I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for watching, and have a good night, everybody.